Adam was a man who had everything people often dreamed about. He was a successful businessman, a millionaire who owned large companies, tall buildings, and expensive cars. Many admired him for his sharp mind and wealth, but very few knew his heart. Despite his riches, Adam often felt something missing in his life. He lived in a big house that was filled with fine things, yet sometimes it felt empty. One afternoon, tired from endless meetings and phone calls, Adam decided to take a walk. He enjoyed walking away from the noise of the city. When he walked in quiet places, he could hear the sound of the wind, the birds, and even his own thoughts. That day, he left his car behind and went toward the edge of the town, where the fields stretched out wide and the roads were simple dirt paths. As Adam walked slowly, he noticed something unusual ahead. Near an old broken fence stood a small boy. The boy was very thin, his clothes were old and torn, and his hair looked unwashed. Adam stopped for a moment, watching him from a distance. The boy was crying. Not the soft crying of a child who had lost a toy, but the heavy crying of someone who carried pain much larger than his age. Adam's heart pulled him closer. He walked toward the boy carefully, not wanting to frighten him. When Adam reached near, the boy looked up with red, swollen eyes. His face was pale, his lips dry, and his little hands trembled. "Why are you crying, my boy?" Adam asked gently. The boy's lips moved, but no sound came at first. He wiped his tears with the back of his hand, trying to speak. Finally, in a voice weak and broken, the boy whispered words that shook Adam to the core. "Sir, can you bury my sister?" Adam froze where he stood. He had expected the boy to ask for bread or coins, maybe even water. But this? The words were so heavy that Adam felt his chest tighten. For a moment, he thought he had misheard. But when he looked at the boy's tearful eyes, he knew it was true. Adam knelt down so his eyes were level with the boy's. "What did you say, son?" he asked softly. The boy swallowed hard and repeated, "Can you bury my sister?" Adam felt silence wrap around them. The gentle wind, the sound of birds, the rustle of leaves, everything faded. His mind struggled to process the request. He had been asked for investments, donations, favors, and advice all his life. But never had anyone asked him for help in such a painful way. He looked at the boy closely. He could not have been older than 8 or 9 years old. No child should be speaking about burying someone, especially not their own sister. Adam felt a lump in his throat. "What is your name, son?" Adam asked after a pause. "My name is Sam," the boy answered, his voice low and shaky. Adam placed a hand gently on Sam's shoulder. "Sam, tell me what happened," he said, trying to keep his voice calm though his heart was racing. Sam hesitated. Tears filled his eyes again. He looked down at the dusty ground as if ashamed, but then he slowly began to explain. He told Adam that he and his sister lived alone in a small wooden house at the edge of the fields. Their parents had passed away some months ago. His sister, Anna, had fallen ill not long after. Sam had tried to care for her, but he was just a child. There was no money for doctors or medicine. Neighbors stayed away, too busy with their own struggles. Sam did everything he could, fetching water, trying to find food, but Anna grew weaker and weaker until, at last, she closed her eyes and never opened them again. As Sam spoke, his voice trembled, and Adam could see how heavy the story was for him. Each word seemed to take all the strength the boy had left. Finally, Sam wiped his face with both hands and said, "I don't know what to do. She is still in the house. I cannot leave her like that. I cannot let her be forgotten. Please, sir, can you help me? Can you bury my sister?" Adam felt a wave of emotions he had not experienced in years. His heart, once hardened by the busy world of wealth and business, suddenly felt raw and open. He could see the desperation in Sam's eyes, and he knew this was not a simple request. This was a cry for help, a cry born from loneliness, loss, and a burden far too heavy for such young shoulders. Adam drew a deep breath. "Sam," he said firmly but kindly, "you will not face this alone. I will help you. Take me to your sister." Sam looked at Adam with surprise. His eyes widened as if he could not believe that someone so well dressed, someone who looked like he belonged to another world, would be willing to step into his broken one. But Sam saw no judgment in Adam's face, only concern and kindness. Slowly, he nodded. Without another word, Sam turned and began to walk down the rough dirt path toward his small home. Adam followed close behind, his steps heavy but determined. For once in his life, Adam knew he was about to do something far more meaningful than signing contracts or making deals. As they walked side by side, the sun lowered in the sky, casting long shadows across the field. Adam glanced at Sam and realized this walk would change not only the boy's life but his own. The path Sam led Adam through was narrow and uneven. Tall grass grew on both sides, and the air felt heavy with silence. Adam's shoes were not made for such rough ground, yet he did not care. His mind was fixed on the boy's words and the pain behind them. Sam walked a few steps ahead, his small shoulders hunched as if carrying a weight much larger than himself. Adam noticed the boy's steps were slow, not because he was tired but because he feared what waited at the end of the path. After several minutes, they reached a tiny wooden house that stood alone by the fields. The roof was slanted, patched with old sheets of tin. The walls looked weak, as if one strong storm could bring them down. Adam felt his heart ache at the sight. He had built skyscrapers and luxury villas, but this little home spoke louder to him than all his grand projects. Sam stopped at the doorway. He turned to Adam and whispered, "She is inside." His voice shook as if the words themselves were too painful to say. Adam placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "I am with you," he said gently. The boy pushed the old wooden door open. It creaked loudly, and a stale smell of damp air greeted them. Inside, the house was dark, with only a small window letting in a thin ray of light. The floor was bare, except for a few worn blankets and a small wooden bed in the corner. On that bed, under a thin blanket, lay a young girl. Adam's breath caught in his chest. The girl's face was pale but calm, almost peaceful. Her hair was neatly brushed, and someone likely Sam had folded her hands across her chest. She looked no older than 12 or 13. Sam walked slowly to the bed and knelt beside it. He touched the blanket gently, as if afraid she might wake. His eyes filled with tears again, but he tried to keep his voice steady. "This is my sister, Anna," he said. Adam stood quietly, his heart heavy. He had seen many things in life: success, failure, luxury, and even sorrow, but nothing had ever touched him the way this small, simple scene did. Sam began to tell his story. He spoke slowly, sometimes stopping to wipe his eyes, but Adam listened carefully to every word. Sam explained that life had always been hard for them. Their parents were poor farmers who worked in the fields day and night. They lived simply, but they were happy together. However, some months ago, both parents fell sick and did not survive. With no relatives nearby, Sam and Anna were left alone in the small wooden house. Anna tried to take care of Sam at first, though she herself was still young. She cooked what little food they had, fetched water from the well, and comforted Sam when he cried for their parents. But as time passed, life became harder. Their food ran low, and no one came to help. Then Anna herself fell ill. At first, it was only coughing and weakness, but soon she could not rise from the bed. Sam did everything he could. He brought her water, he searched the fields for vegetables, and he tried to keep her warm at night. But he was only a boy. He had no medicine, no doctor, and no money. One evening, Anna had held Sam's hand and whispered, "Don't cry, Sam. You must be strong. You will live, even if I cannot." Those were her last words before she closed her eyes. As Sam told this part of the story, his voice broke completely. He pressed his face into the blanket and cried. "I tried, sir. I tried everything, but I could not save her. I did not know what else to do. I cannot leave her here alone, and I cannot bury her by myself. That is why I asked you. Please, help me." Adam's eyes grew moist. He could not remember the last time he had felt tears sting his eyes. The story touched him deeper than anything else ever had. This boy had faced more pain in a few months than most people faced in a lifetime. Yet here he was, still standing, still trying to honor his sister's memory. Adam knelt down beside Sam. "You are not alone anymore," he said firmly. "I will help you bury your sister, and I will stay with you through this." Sam looked up at Adam with wide eyes. In those eyes was surprise, relief, and a small spark of hope. For the first time since his parents had passed away, he felt he was not abandoned. Adam rose to his feet and took a deep breath. He knew what needed to be done. He would not leave this child to suffer any longer. He would give Anna a proper burial, and he would give Sam a chance to live a better life. But more than that, Adam realized something within himself was changing. For years he had chased money and power, thinking those were the things that mattered most. Yet in this broken little house, with a grieving boy and his sister's still body, Adam discovered a truth he had long forgotten: real wealth was not what you kept, but what you gave. As Adam stepped out of the small house to make arrangements, Sam followed him, holding onto his hand tightly. That simple grip told Adam everything. Sam trusted him now, and Adam silently promised he would not break that trust. The sun was setting, painting the sky with colors of orange and red. Adam looked at the horizon and thought to himself, "This boy has lost everything, but he has not lost hope. And as long as I am here, I will make sure he never loses it again." Adam stood outside the small wooden house, feeling the cool evening air brush against his face. He looked at Sam, who was still holding his hand tightly. The boy's grip was small but strong, as if he wanted to make sure Adam would not leave him alone. Adam understood then that this was not just about burying a sister, it was about giving a child hope and comfort when he had none. "Sam," Adam said gently, "we will do this together. I will not leave you. I promise." Sam nodded slowly, his lips trembling. The weight of his grief was still heavy, but Adam's words brought a small relief. For the first time in many days, Sam felt that someone believed in him and cared for him. Adam looked back at the house. Inside, Anna lay quietly on her small bed. The room was dim, but the simplicity of it spoke to Adam's heart. He had seen many houses full of expensive things, yet none of them held the depth of real life like this little home did. Here was love, sorrow, and loyalty, all in one small place. Adam's mind raced as he tried to figure out what needed to be done. He could call workers, hire a service, or even do it himself. But he knew this needed to be personal. It could not be left to strangers. Anna deserved respect, and Sam deserved to feel that his sister's life mattered. "Sam, can you show me where you want her to be buried?" Adam asked. Sam nodded and led the way. They walked past the house, through a small field behind it. There was an old oak tree standing alone in the middle of the field. Its branches spread wide, and the leaves rustled gently in the evening breeze. The sunlight fell softly through the branches, creating a peaceful glow. "This is where I want her," Sam said, pointing to the ground beneath the tree. "It is quiet, and she loved the tree when she played here." Adam knelt down and touched the earth. It was soft and ready to be prepared. He looked at Sam. "This is perfect. She will rest here, and you will not be alone. I will help you through this." Sam's small hand reached for Adam's again. "Thank you, sir. I did not know what else to do." Adam gave a small smile, though his heart ached. You did everything you could, Sam. You were brave and strong. Now we will honor her together. Adam decided he would organize everything personally. He would not leave this to chance. He made a few phone calls quietly, arranging for people to come with a simple coffin and tools for digging. But he also made it clear that he wanted to be present every step of the way. This was not a task to finish quickly, it was a moment of respect and care. As the sun began to set completely, painting the sky in soft pink and purple, Adam and Sam returned to the house. Adam helped Sam gather a few belongings of Anna, her favorite blanket, a small book she liked, and a tiny ribbon from her hair. Each item was treated with care, and Sam held them close to his chest as they walked back to the field. When they reached the oak tree again, the people Adam had called were already there. They had come quietly, without noise, respecting the solemn moment. Adam instructed them gently, making sure each action was calm and careful. Together, Adam and Sam began preparing the grave. The boy helped as much as he could, but Adam guided him gently, letting him take small turns. With every scoop of earth, Adam explained softly, "This is how we show respect and love. We honor her memory." Sam listened carefully. His small hands worked with determination, even though his body shook from sadness. Adam watched him, feeling a deep admiration for the boy's courage. Even after losing everything, Sam's heart was still full of love for his sister. As night fell, the grave was finally ready. The coffin was placed carefully in the hole, surrounded by the soft earth beneath the oak tree. Adam and Sam stood side by side, bowing their heads. Sam whispered a small prayer, his voice trembling but clear. Adam closed his eyes and held a quiet moment of respect. When the burial was finished, Adam looked at Sam. "You were very brave today," he said. "You showed love and strength. Your sister would be proud of you." Sam's lips curved into a small, shy smile. For the first time in many days, he felt a warmth in his heart. The pain of losing his sister was still there, but now he felt he was not alone. He had someone to support him, guide him, and care for him. Adam realized in that moment that life was teaching him something important. Money and power were not what mattered most. Helping someone, giving hope, and standing by those in need, these were the true marks of a good life. As they walked back to the small house, Adam held Sam's hand firmly. He had made a decision that would change both their lives. He would not leave this boy alone. He would guide him, protect him, and give him the chance to grow, to learn, and to heal. Sam looked up at Adam and whispered, "Thank you, sir. I don't know how to say it." Adam smiled and said softly, "You do not need words, Sam. Your courage and heart say everything. We will face the days ahead together." That night, under the starry sky, Adam and Sam returned to the house. Both were tired, but there was a quiet sense of hope in the air. For Adam, it was a promise to be more than just a businessman. For Sam, it was the first moment of safety he had felt in months. Together, they were beginning a new journey, one of healing, courage, and unexpected friendship that would change both their lives forever. The next morning, Adam woke early. The sky was painted in soft shades of orange and yellow, and a gentle breeze moved through the fields. He could hear birds singing, a sound that felt peaceful compared to the sadness from the day before. Adam looked at Sam sleeping on a small blanket in the corner of the little house. The boy had curled up tightly, still carrying the weight of grief in his small body. Adam quietly went to the window and thought about what needed to be done. Today would not be easy. Burying a loved one was always difficult, especially for a child who had lost everything. But Adam also knew this day could bring a sense of closure and peace. Sam needed it, and he was determined to stay by the boy's side through it all. When Sam woke, his eyes were red from crying, but he seemed calmer than the night before. Adam greeted him with a small smile. "Good morning, Sam," he said softly. "Today we will honor Anna." We will make sure she rests peacefully under the oak tree. Are you ready? Sam nodded slowly, gripping Adam's hand. He felt nervous, but the presence of someone strong and caring beside him gave him courage. He had spent weeks alone, feeling hopeless, and now he had someone to guide him through this final task. Together, they walked to the oak tree. The soft morning light made the field look gentle and calm. Adam had already arranged for a small group of helpers. They carried tools, a simple wooden coffin, and flowers. Adam had requested the burial be simple, respectful, and quiet, allowing Sam to feel it was his sister's final resting place. Adam guided Sam through each step. "This is our way to show love," he said. "We place her carefully, we cover her gently, and we remember her always." Sam nodded, listening carefully. His small hands helped hold the blanket as they lowered the coffin into the grave. The boy's hands shook, but Adam kept his hand over Sam's, giving him strength. "It is okay to be sad, Sam," Adam said gently. "We are showing our love. That is what matters." Sam looked up at Adam, seeing the calm and kindness in his eyes. He felt a little of the heavy sadness lift from his heart. This was the first time since losing his sister that he felt he was not facing this alone. Adam guided Sam as they carefully placed soil back into the grave. Each handful was done slowly, with care and respect. The boy paused often, placing flowers on the freshly turned earth. His small fingers traced the top of the grave as if saying a silent goodbye. Adam spoke softly, "Anna will always be remembered, Sam. She will always be part of this world through you. Your love for her is her lasting gift." Sam whispered her name, Anna, his voice gentle but full of emotion. He placed the final flower on the grave and stepped back, feeling a mix of sorrow and relief. The weight in his chest felt lighter because he had done what he could to honor her. After the burial, Adam stayed with Sam under the oak tree for some time. He wanted the boy to understand that losing someone did not mean facing the world alone. "Sam," he said, "life can be hard, but we must carry hope with us. You will carry your sister's memory, but you do not carry it by yourself. I am here with you." Sam's eyes filled with tears again, but this time they were not just tears of sadness. They were tears of relief and a small spark of happiness. For the first time in weeks, he smiled faintly. He had given his sister a proper farewell, and he had found a friend and protector in Adam. The helpers quietly left, leaving Adam and Sam alone again. Adam put a hand on the boy's shoulder. "We will go back to the house now. I want you to eat, rest, and take care of yourself. You need strength for the days ahead." Sam nodded and followed Adam back to the little house. On the way, he glanced at the oak tree, knowing his sister rested beneath it. He felt a sense of peace he had not known before. The sorrow was still there, but it was softer now, less heavy. When they reached the house, Adam prepared a simple meal for Sam. He watched as the boy ate slowly, noticing how tired he still was. "You are strong, Sam," Adam said. "Even when life is hard, you face it with courage. That is something no one can take from you." Sam smiled faintly, his stomach still empty but his heart feeling a little fuller. He had faced the hardest day of his young life, yet he had survived it. And he had not done it alone. Adam looked out the window at the field. The sun was higher now, shining on the oak tree. He thought about the boy's courage, the life lost, and the life they could build together. He made a silent promise to himself that he would guide Sam, protect him, and help him grow. No child should face so much alone, and Adam knew he had the power to make a difference. That evening, as the sun began to set, Adam and Sam sat quietly. Sam's small hand rested in Adam's, and for the first time in many weeks, he felt safe. The sorrow of losing Anna remained, but so did hope. Together, they had honored her, and together, they would face the days ahead. Under the quiet sky, Adam realized that helping Sam had changed him as well. He had seen the true meaning of strength and courage in a small boy who had faced unimaginable pain. Adam understood that life was not only about wealth and success, but also about care, kindness, and standing by someone when they needed it most. And so, under the soft glow of the evening, a new chapter began for both Adam and Sam. One filled with hope, care, and the first signs of healing that neither of them could have imagined a few days ago. After the burial, Adam and Sam returned to the small wooden house. The air felt lighter now, though the sorrow of loss still lingered. Sam carried a small bundle of Anna's belongings close to his chest. He did not speak much, but Adam could see the thoughts running through his young mind. The boy had experienced more pain than many could imagine, yet he walked quietly with dignity and hope. Adam led Sam inside the house and placed the bundle gently on a chair. The little house was simple, but for now, it felt like a safe place. Adam knelt down and looked Sam in the eyes. "Sam," he said softly, "you have been so brave. Today you showed strength and love that most adults do not even have. But you do not need to face the world alone anymore. I want to help you." Sam looked up at Adam, his eyes wide and filled with curiosity. "Help me, sir?" he asked. His voice was small and uncertain, as if he had not expected anyone to truly care for him. "Yes, Sam," Adam replied. "I will help you with everything. You will have a safe place to stay, food to eat, and someone to guide you. You will not be alone again." The boy's lips trembled, and for a moment, Adam thought he might cry again. But these tears were not just sorrow, they were relief and hope finally breaking through the sadness that had held him for so long. Adam spent the rest of the morning arranging the small home for Sam. He brought clean blankets, fresh clothes, and a simple set of meals. He made the little house feel warm and cared for, something Sam had not experienced in many months. Each small act, from folding the blankets to setting out food, was done with attention and care. Adam wanted Sam to feel valued and safe. While Adam worked, Sam watched quietly. He did not speak much, but he observed everything. He had learned to be careful, to measure his trust, and to guard his feelings. Yet, with Adam, he felt a gentle kindness that made him believe he could finally rely on someone. When the preparations were done, Adam sat down with Sam. "I want you to know, Sam," he said, "that this house is yours. You will live here with me if you want. You will go to school, make friends, and have a normal life. And I will be here to support you every step of the way." Sam blinked slowly, trying to understand. He had lived months of loneliness and fear. The idea of someone staying by his side, someone wealthy and powerful choosing to care for him, felt almost like a dream. I don't know what to say," he whispered. Adam smiled. "You do not need to say anything. Actions speak louder than words. From today onward, you will have someone to stand with you, to guide you, and to protect you." The afternoon passed quietly. Sam explored the little house, touching the furniture, the blankets, and even the small kitchen. Everything was new and clean, and he felt a strange comfort in the simple order of it. Adam watched him closely, noticing the small smiles that began to appear on the boy's face. It was subtle, but it was real. As the sun began to lower in the sky, Adam prepared a simple meal for the two of them. They ate together quietly, and Adam used the time to talk gently about everyday things: school, friends, and hopes for the future. Sam listened intently, absorbing the normalcy that Adam brought into his life. After the meal, Adam took Sam outside. The air was fresh, and the field surrounding the house seemed to glow in the evening light. Adam knelt down to Sam's level. "Sam," he said softly, "today was hard, and tomorrow may be hard too. But you do not need to face any of it alone. You are safe now, and you are important. I promise to take care of you." Sam looked at Adam with eyes wide and shining. For the first time in many weeks, he felt something he had not felt in a long time: hope. His small hands found Adam's, and he held on tightly. It was not just trust, it was relief and the beginning of a bond that would grow stronger each day. As night fell, Adam showed Sam to a small bed in the corner of the house. "Rest well, Sam," he said gently. "Tomorrow we will start a new day, and I will be with you every step of the way." Sam lay down, clutching the small bundle of his sister's belongings. He felt safe for the first time since losing Anna. The house was quiet, but it was full of warmth, care, and the promise of a better future. Adam stayed awake a little longer, sitting by the window and looking out at the quiet fields. He thought about the boy's bravery, the sorrow he had witnessed, and the responsibility he now carried. Adam realized that money and power could never replace kindness, love, and guidance. What he offered Sam was far more valuable than anything wealth could buy. He made a quiet promise to himself and to Sam: he would do everything he could to protect the boy, give him a chance to grow, and ensure he never felt abandoned again. That promise was stronger than any contract, more important than any business deal, and Adam felt a deep satisfaction in his heart for keeping it. As the stars began to appear in the night sky, Adam quietly whispered, "Rest now, Sam. You are safe. You are not alone. Tomorrow we begin a new life together." Sam, feeling the weight of sorrow lighten just a little, drifted into sleep with Adam watching over him. The millionaire had made a promise, and for both of them, a new chapter of hope, care, and unexpected friendship was beginning. The next morning, sunlight poured gently through the small windows of the little wooden house. Adam was already awake, sitting at the table with a cup of tea. He looked around and saw Sam slowly waking up, rubbing his eyes and stretching. The boy's face still carried traces of sadness, but there was also a glimmer of curiosity and hope. "Good morning, Sam," Adam said with a small smile. "How did you sleep?" Sam yawned and looked around the warm, clean room. "I slept, okay, sir," he replied. It was not perfect, but it was better than he had slept in months. Adam nodded. "That is good. Today will be the first day of a new routine. We will start small, but it will help you feel stronger each day." Sam listened carefully. He was still unsure about this new life, but he wanted to try. After weeks of sorrow and loneliness, any sense of structure felt comforting. Adam prepared a simple breakfast of bread, eggs, and fruit. Sam ate slowly, savoring the food. It was the first time in many days that he had a proper meal. Adam watched him, noticing the small smiles that appeared on his face. It was a reminder that small acts of care could bring comfort, even to a child who had suffered so much. After breakfast, Adam suggested they take a walk in the fields near the house. Sam agreed, though he stayed close to Adam's side. The air was fresh, and the gentle morning light made the grass sparkle. Birds sang overhead, and the world felt peaceful. "Sam," Adam said as they walked, "you will go to school soon. I will make sure you have books, clothes, and everything you need. Education is important, and you have a bright mind. I want you to learn and grow." Sam nodded quietly. He had never thought much about school before. After losing his parents and sister, life had felt like a struggle for survival. But Adam's words gave him a small sense of excitement. Maybe life could be different now. When they returned home, Adam began organizing a few things for Sam's new life. He set up a small desk with books and writing materials. He arranged some clothes in a neat corner and made sure the house was clean and comfortable. Each detail was small, but it created a sense of order and care that Sam had never experienced. Sam watched, fascinated. "I never had a desk like this before," he said softly. Adam smiled. "Now you will have one. You will have a space to learn, to read, and to grow. Your life is beginning again, Sam. You will have chances you never had before." The boy's eyes widened as he looked around the little house. It was still simple, but it felt safe, warm, and filled with care. For the first time, he felt that life could offer him something more than sorrow and loss. That afternoon, Adam took Sam to meet a kind neighbor who lived nearby. The neighbor had a small garden and was happy to welcome Sam. The boy learned how to help water the plants and pick vegetables. Though simple, the activity gave him a sense of accomplishment. Adam watched quietly, knowing that these small steps were helping Sam heal. When they returned home, Adam helped Sam with basic lessons. He taught him reading, writing, and simple math. Sam listened carefully, absorbing each word. Adam realized how intelligent the boy was. He had survived hardships that had tested his courage and patience, and now he could channel that strength into learning and growth. Evening came, and Adam prepared a small dinner. They ate together, talking about the day and the small victories Sam had achieved. He smiled more often now, and Adam could see the boy's confidence slowly returning. After dinner, they went outside to sit under the stars. The oak tree where Anna rested stood in the distance. Sam looked at it quietly, holding Adam's hand. "I miss her," he whispered. Adam nodded. "I know, Sam. You always will. But remembering her does not mean you cannot live or be happy. You can carry her memory in your heart and still grow, learn, and smile. That is what she would want for you." Sam leaned against Adam, feeling the warmth and safety he had not felt in months. The sorrow remained, but so did hope. He realized that life could be gentle, even after pain, and that he was not alone anymore. Adam, too, felt a change in his heart. For years, he had focused only on wealth and business. Now he understood that true success was measured by the lives one touched, by care, guidance, and love. Sam's presence reminded him of the power of compassion and responsibility. As night fell, Adam showed Sam to his small bed. "Rest well tonight," he said. "Tomorrow we will continue building your new life. You have courage, strength, and love to guide you. I am proud of you, Sam." The boy lay down, clutching a small ribbon from Anna's hair. For the first time in many months, he felt hope bloom quietly inside him. The journey ahead would not be easy, but he knew he had Adam by his side. Together, they would face the future, heal from the past, and create a life filled with care, learning, and love. That night, under the soft glow of the moon, Adam made another quiet promise to himself and Sam. He would guide this boy, protect him, and ensure he never felt alone again. A new beginning had arrived, and both of their lives were changing forever. Days turned into weeks, and Sam slowly adjusted to his new life with Adam. The boy had begun attending a nearby school, where he learned quickly and made friends. Adam watched proudly as Sam grew more confident, his small smiles becoming more frequent. The sorrow of losing his sister remained, but it was no longer a weight he carried alone. Adam had organized everything to make Sam feel safe and valued. The little wooden house now felt like a home. Books, clothes, and a small desk gave Sam a sense of stability he had never experienced before. Adam also spent time with him each evening, teaching lessons and listening to the boy's stories. Every day, Adam realized more clearly the importance of guidance, care, and love in a child's life. One afternoon, while they walked in the fields near the oak tree where Anna rested, Sam spoke quietly. "Sir, do you think she can see me from there?" Adam smiled gently. "I believe she can, Sam. She is part of your heart, and as long as you remember her, she will always be with you." Sam nodded, feeling a small comfort in those words. He realized that remembering his sister did not mean he could not be happy. He could honor her memory by living fully, learning, and growing. As weeks passed, Adam noticed that Sam began to take initiative in small things. He helped around the house, tended a small garden, and even assisted Adam with organizing little tasks. The boy's strength and determination inspired Adam. He realized that Sam's courage had taught him a lesson as well, life was not only about wealth and success but also about kindness, empathy, and standing by those in need. Adam decided it was time to show Sam the wider world, beyond the small house and fields. He took the boy to the city, introducing him to new experiences: books in a library, visits to a park, and small trips to markets. Sam's eyes widened with curiosity and joy. Everything felt new, exciting, and full of possibility. During one of their walks, Sam turned to Adam. "Sir, I never thought life could be this big," he said softly. Adam smiled. "Life is big, Sam, and it has many paths. Some are hard, some are easy, but with courage and care, we can face them. And you are never alone again." The boy thought about the months before he met Adam, months of fear, loneliness, and loss. Now, he had safety, guidance, and hope. He realized that kindness could come from unexpected places, and sometimes, strangers could become family. Adam and Sam also continued to honor Anna's memory. They planted flowers around the oak tree and made a small, simple marker to remember her. Every visit reminded Sam of the love he had for his sister and the promise Adam had made to always care for him. It gave him a sense of peace and connection. Over time, Adam began involving Sam in small charitable acts. They helped other children in the town who faced hardships. Adam wanted Sam to understand the value of compassion and giving. The boy learned that helping others not only brought happiness to those in need but also strengthened his own heart. One quiet evening, Adam and Sam sat under the stars, reflecting on their journey. "Sam," Adam said, "you have faced many challenges in your life, yet you have remained brave and kind. I am proud of you. You have taught me that true strength is not only in wealth or power but in caring for others." Sam looked up at him, feeling warmth spread through his chest. "Thank you, sir," he said softly. "You helped me when I had nothing. You showed me that life can be kind again." Adam placed a hand gently on Sam's shoulder. "I did what anyone should do. But seeing your courage, your love for your sister, and your strength makes me proud. You are the one who inspires me every day." The boy smiled faintly. For the first time, he felt that he could face the future without fear. He had lost much, but he had also gained guidance, friendship, and hope. Adam had become more than a protector, he was a father figure, a guide, and a true friend. As months turned into years, Sam grew into a strong, intelligent young man. He never forgot Anna, and he carried her memory in his heart. Adam continued to guide him, and together they helped others, spreading kindness and hope. The little boy who had once cried for help had grown into someone capable of giving hope to others. Adam, too, had changed. He learned that true wealth was not measured in money, buildings, or possessions but in the lives one touched and the love one shared. Sam's presence reminded him of the importance of compassion, patience, and guidance. One sunny afternoon, while visiting Anna's resting place under the oak tree, Sam turned to Adam and said, "Sir, I will never forget her, and I will never forget you. Thank you for giving me a new life." Adam smiled, feeling a deep warmth in his heart. "And I will never forget you, Sam. You have taught me more than I could ever teach you." Together, we have learned that love, courage, and kindness are the true treasures of life. Under the gentle shade of the oak tree, the boy who had once cried alone and the millionaire who had chosen to care stood side by side. They knew that life would continue to bring challenges, but they also knew that together, they could face anything. Sam had learned hope, Adam had learned compassion, and both had discovered the power of kindness. What began with a small, desperate plea had grown into a lifelong bond, a story of love, courage, and the promise of better days. And so, the millionaire and the boy, once strangers, became a family, showing that even in the darkest times, hope, care, and love could shine brightly, guiding the way for everyone who needed it.